Hello people, this is Ryder here with the review of the Ohsama Sentai KingOhger DX Ohger Calibur. So this is the main primary changer and sidearm of the KingOhgers. As you can see on the right is Kuwagata Ohger, and then here we have everyone else: Tombo Ohger, Kamakiri Ohger, Papillon Ohger, and Hachi Ohger. Really do like how this box art is, this box design is. Really has a nice picture of the Ohger Calibur itself. Really like the font choices. This is actually a first for, I want to say, Bandai products, or like, I guess the Toku products in particular. But this actually does credit the character voice, or the voice actor of the Ohger Calibur, which is, I'm pretty sure, pretty significant. I'm not too sure who this voice actor is, or singer, or artist. They must be a big deal if they're credited. And then here we have the top with the KingOhgers, just showing off each of the portions of the Ohger Calibur. And then this is a really nice portrait of just showing the size of the Ohger Calibur, showing this being 520 millimeters. Okay, this is interesting. So here we have the right side, which is actually like, I really like the orientation, because I actually kind of prefer they didn't do that. But other than that, again, just everything that you can do with it, each gimmick and bad pun, the transformation, Ohger finish, and the summoning for the Shoe Gods and KingOhger. And just some warnings and such. And the QR code for the PDF instructions. This is a really long box. So here we have the Ohger Calibur out. I guess going off the demo, I will be displaying it like this, or I will be showcasing it like this, despite the fact this is a right-handed weapon, but I don't want to press on Hachi. So yeah, I really do like the design of the Ohger Calibur overall. It took me a while to let it sink, just because, just because of the fact I really do like the fact it's just a traditional broadsword as a changer. I really appreciate that. And I think this is probably one of the best parts of it, just the hilt, or the handle overall, being molded and textured like wood. I really like just how basic it looks. Like, it just, because I was like, oh, like, this can't be the changer, right? And then like, we were told it was. It's like, that's cool. I really like just how sleek it looks overall. And obviously from the original rumors as to why we were told it's basically the Seikens from Saber is due to the design in here, which, it's a really nice silver paint. It's really nice overall. And then the back, and then this is a slot to holster it with the King's Hotline and like this holder, but obviously I didn't get the buckle. And plus, obviously, the selling point of this are the individual insects within, around the Ohger Calibur. So obviously at the center we have Kuwagata, or like one horn of Kuwagata, to which you simply ring down. Then we have the Tombo Ohger with the Tombo. Is it really just Tombo? It's a dragonfly. To which you just turn it like so. And we have Kamakiri with the ring that we pull down yet again. And this piece is actually This one's actually kind of pliable. Not kind of, it is pliable. And we have Papillon Ohger with the Papillon. And again, I really like the violet, or the lavender here, which we just simply press it down. Obviously, I like how simple it is. And then Hachi, or B, with this switch you press down. And I really do like how they incorporated the stinger. However, this one actually isn't painted all the way, which I know you can't really do anything about that. Also, I don't know if this is supposed to be a thing, but you see like how this is painted on this side but not this side? I don't know if that's supposed to be the case. No, that's supposed to be like that. I don't understand why they did that, honestly, but yeah. Because I just didn't bother, I don't have any weapons right now to compare this with, but that are actually in scale. But this is actually slightly longer than the Zangwa sword, but I think it's still a bit shorter than the Jikokuken Kaiji. But again, I'm not gonna bother bringing that over. You put in 3 AAA batteries here. You have to use a screw. I don't mind that. On-off switch right here, and power switch here, and speakers. So when we switch it on, you're gonna have a difficult time seeing the lights or the LEDs. We have a nice 7 LED that glows really well out of the silver paint. It's really nice. And then by itself you get 5, or you get 1 basic slashing sound, but it will coordinate through each KingOhger by their color. Obviously, there's no such thing as a black LED, and because of the fact we're using purple for Papillon, they have to use white for Hachi. And like, just overall, it just looks really nice. And like, I'll apologize right away if this section's really hard to come out. It's just, you know, things are just brightly lit here. Because if I were to turn off these lights, it's obviously a lot easier to actually see it. Anyways, to start the transformation, you just simply pick one of your respective KingOhger and do whatever switch. So obviously we'll do Kuwagata. So announce the name of the shoe god, and then as you can see here, it emits a blue LED, which means we have to do Tombo. And as you can see, like, we're actually building up the standby. So obviously it's yellow, so we have to do Kamakiri. Now it's purple. We added another instrument, so press it down for Papillon. Last but not least, Hachi. And then to complete the transformation, push down Kuwagata once again. And as you can see, it actually builds up too. So there we have the transformation of the KingOhgers, but this one specifically, Kuwagata Ohger. I really do like how they actually utilize the colors, because I really do like how it starts out as orange and then red. Obviously, there are alternative ways we can transform, so we'll use Tombo. So, like, it doesn't matter which one you do, so like, I can do Hachi, and then Tombo. and then Kamakiri, and then Papillon, and then like, again, I just like how they actually differently animate each LED. It's not necessarily animate, but like program, because I like the little hues of like the light blue. And then if we like Kamakiri, for example, we can just keep spamming this until there's that. And then with Papillon, we can just, like this one we would do in order. I've been forgetting to show this, but like obviously each KingOhger has their own individual attack sound. Obviously that one came from Konshu Daiyaku's Wonder Ride book. And then with Hachi, we will show the second official way to transform, which is the shortened version, the official shortened version. So obviously, you press that down. But then when you pull Kuwagata, and we'll show Hachi's attacks, because I think his is the most neat. Because I like how the orange emulates a sting. Anyways, now for the Ohger charge, just hold down the trigger. Now this one you don't have to be a specific Ohger or KingOhger, you just have to select one of these. So if, again, we can do red, and to which you have to just do its thing 3 times to build up the blade. So now it circulates red. So you get the Ohger finish from there. So then we would do that again. And then do Tombo. Sorry. And then we would do Kamakiri. If you want these two, watch the demo. But as you can tell, the attacks are the same, it's just the build-up is different, which I appreciate. Last but not least, obviously, when we hold down Kuwagata, we enter Shoe God mode, to which if you hold it back, you enter back to the Ohger Calibur. And now I have to reset it. So it's Shoe God mode, just simply hold that down, and you can do each 5 of these to summon them, technically. That one is Peter Fantasista and Cure Majin yet again. And then to form KingOhger, press the trigger. To which we get this amazing standby with amazing light coordination. And at this point, you can either press the trigger or any 5 of these. So again, we'll do that again. Press the trigger, and then press any of these. And forming KingOhger will reset it back to the Ohger Calibur. But yeah, that's the basics of the Ohger Calibur. To which, I think it's pretty good. Like, I think it's a pretty decent changer, for sure. Because obviously, I know people are decisive when Sentai doesn't have a gimmick for their seasons or their toy lines, because then it technically makes them the changer not returnable or something like that. But honestly, I feel like with the variety you can do with all 5 of these switches, I think it's pretty fun. And also, it just helps that this is a pretty nice looking changer. Nothing feels like it's pretty solid overall. Nothing feels like, not incomplete, but like, you know, like you actually do feel like this is a decent enough size. It's not like the previous 2 years with the Gearlinger or the Dawn Blaster, where it's just like you can clearly tell, like the size kind of does hurt it, and also just like this clearly could do more. But I'm glad with this. It's good for what it is. There is the discourse of, well, what's the point of getting this if the Memorial Edition is obviously coming? And it's like, yeah. Like, obviously, that's going to be the case, but like, I think this is still pretty good on its own. Like, you don't have, like, obviously, if you actually want, like, again, like the Shoe God announcements of, like, Kumo, whatever the ladybug is, like, if you actually want, or like the legendary Shoe God, like, obviously everything that's not already programmed to this, yeah, obviously go for, like, just wait out for that. But I mean, like, this isn't too bad, kind of. Like, the weird thing is that, like, I think this is technically selling more than the Zanglass sword, despite the fact this does extremely less than that thing. But I do think this is like a good step of like sword toys within potentially like Bandai sword toys, even though I feel like that could be argued against in some way. But like, it's nice that Sentai is experimenting with like just actually doing like half decent like swords that could potentially transition into Ryder, because, you know, like, again, this is like a pretty nice size overall, because now we're at the point where this is like basically almost on par with like how Hasbro's like Power Ranger swords are. Though I feel like Hasbro, I feel like a bit theirs are a bit too big for the most part, unless you are the Chroma Fury Saber, where you're actually weirdly small. But other than that, like, if you don't want, like, if you want to have this toy right away during KingOhger's airing, I'll say go for it. If you just don't care about what, like, if you just want some kind of resemblance of the Ohger Calibur, go for it. But you're really like a stickler of like, well, I can spend $60 on this, or I can hold that 60 to put into the Memorial Edition, then you can do that. Honestly, I think for what it is, it's fine. Like, I think it's just more fun just handling. Cause yeah, sometimes like my experience with like the ultimate Daisei head, like that's fun having like a big sword, but that thing's paint job is like bad. Like that thing you basically can't play around with because that the paint on that one chips a lot. So I'm kind of fearing if like whenever this does happen in the Memorial Edition line, I do hope they fix that issue of like paint chipping and such. Like if you want to do like Rita's like gavel thing, yeah, have fun losing a lot of paint. But other than that, again, I think at best just get it on a sale. Like get it for like at least 45 or even $50. I think it's probably worth it from that point. I don't think that all of these videos recently have been doing such a poor job at resolving this